Hello guys, sa ating video ngayon meron tayong topics na derivatives ng trigonometric functions, exponential functions, logarithmic functions, and the maxima and minima. Sana may matutunan kayo sa video natin ito. Let's start! So, meron tayong ngayong example ng isang trigonometric function at hanapan natin ito ng kanyang derivative. Meron tayong ngayong function na kung saan ang trigonometric function ay nakapaloob siya sa rational function. So, we have f of x is equals to 1 plus cosine x all over sine 5x squared. Now, alam naman natin na sa rational function tulad nito, gagamitan natin ng quotient rule sa pagkuha ng derivative ng function na kagaya nito. So, yung rule is given by low d high minus high d low all over low squared. So, apply lang natin yung quotient rule doon sa ating function para makuha natin yung derivative ng trigonometric function. So, yung ating low times the derivative of high minus the high times the derivative of low all over low squared. So, kunin natin yung derivative nitong 1 plus cosine x. Yung derivative ng 1 plus cosine x is negative sine x kasi yung 1 is a constant and automatically 0 ang kanyang derivative. And yung derivative ng cosine x is negative sine x. And yung derivative ng sine 5x squared is 10x cosine 5x squared. Kasi yung derivative ng 5x squared is 10x and derivative ng sine is cosine. So, yung ating final answer, ipapasok lang natin yung mga derivatives dito sa ating quotient rule and we'll have a sine 5x squared times negative sine x minus 1 plus cosine x times 10x cosine 5x squared all over sine 5x squared to the second power. Mag-derivative naman tayo ng isang logarithmic function. So, meron na naman tayong set of formula na kailangan gamitin sa pagkukuha ng derivative ng logarithmic function. At ito yung dalawang formulang ito. So, yung derivative daw ng logarithm of x base a is 1 over x ln a. At yung derivative naman, kung natural logarithm ang gagamitin natin, ang derivative ng ln x is simply 1 over x. Of course, wag nang kakalimutan yung du, yung derivative na nasa loob ng function. So, ito yung ating example. Medyo complex yung function, pero pag ginamitan nyo na ng formula ng derivative of logarithmic function, mapapansin nyo na madaling-madali na siya. So, let's find the derivative of y logarithm of 2 plus sine x. Yung 2 plus sine x nyo, isang function lang siya kasi enclosed siya sa parenthesis. So, dy over dx, yung derivative ng function ng y with respect to x is derivative of logarithm of 2 plus sine x. So, gagamitin din natin yung u which is 2 plus sine x. du, yung derivative is cosine x kasi ang derivative ng sine x is cosine x using the derivative of logarithm. So, formula ulit. So, you have 1 over 2 plus sine x ln of 10. So, bakit ln of 10? Kasi dapat matandaan nyo na kapag hindi nakasulat yung base ng logarithm, ang logarithm nyo ay may base na 10. Kaya ln 10 yung nandun sa denominator. So again, derivative ng log of x will be 1x ln of the base which is 10 times the derivative of cosine derivative ng u, which is cosine x. Pag simplify nyo siya further, dy over dx, yung derivative ng function nyo with respect to x would be cosine x all over 2 plus sine x times ln 10. Sa pagkuha ng derivative ng exponential functions, yun yung derivative ng e to the u, at ang derivative ng a to the u, yung derivative ng e to the u is basically e to the u times the derivative ng ating exponent based dun sa ating problem na gagamitin later on. At ang pagkuha naman ng derivative ng a to the u wherein a is any constant at yung u is any function dun sa ating problem na given by the derivative of a to the u in terms of x is equal to a to the u times ln a times the derivative of u dx. Ito yung dalawang basic examples ng pagkuha ng derivative gamit yung dalawang derivative rules na gamitin natin ngayon. Example, we have e to the u function at yung ating exponent ay isang trigonometric function. So, yung dalawang rule ng derivative yung gagamitin natin sa isang derivative rule ng e to the u at yung derivative rule naman na pagkuha ng derivative ng cotangent x. So, f prime of x will be e to the u times derivative ng exponent which is 3x to the fifth. At alam naman natin ang derivative ng cotangent u ay cosecant squared u du dx. So we have here negative cosecant squared 3x to the fifth times yung derivative ng 3x to the fifth which is 15x to the fourth power. So if you are going to simplify the particular derivative function, so yung f prime of x is now negative 15 x to the fourth cosecant squared 3x to the fifth times e raised to the cotangent 3x to the fifth power. So, yan yung halimbawa natin na pagkuha ng derivative ng function na e to the u. Ngayon, magsusolve naman tayo ng maxima at minima. Ito ang ating example. Find two non-negative numbers x and y only whose sum is 300 and for which x squared y is a maximum. Since number problem lang naman to, hindi na natin kailangan mag-draw ng figure. So sabi daw, yung sum ng two numbers which are represented by x at y ay 300. So pwede nating maging equation is x plus y is equals to 300 for which x and y is a maximum. So given tayo ng yung maxima sa function na to. So x squared y daw is to be maximum. So therefore, dapat itong x and y, dahil two variables siya, ma-transform natin into single variable. It's up to us kung x lang ba or y lang ba. So let's say sa x lang. So para magawa natin i-transform itong y in terms of x, i-transpose natin itong x. So magiging y is equals to 300 minus x. Then plug in natin yung y in terms of 300 plus 300 minus x, or sorry, para isang variable na lang siya in terms of x. Let's say f of x is equal to x squared times 300 minus x, or pag distribute natin, we have 300x squared minus x cubed. So, ito yung ating maximized na function. And then, sabi, derivative natin, hanapin ang first derivative. So, we have f prime of x is equal to 300 times the derivative ng x squared just 2x minus derivative ng x cubed na 3x squared. So, we have 300 times 2x which is 600 minus x minus 3x squared. Next step, diba, i-equate natin to yung f prime of x. Therefore, we have 600x minus 3x squared is equals to 0. Okay, then isolve natin yung roots na nabuo natin sa equation. So, quadratic siya. So, meron tayong dalawang possible roots sa factoring na lang. factor natin itong 3x times 200 minus x. Equate natin, factor to 0. So we have 3x minus 0. Divide to 3 both sides. So cancel 3 and then ang answer na lang is 0 divide 3, answer is x is equal to 0. At itong 200 i-transpose natin dito. So at x is equals to positive 200 na siya. Now, para ma-check kung ano pa yung pwedeng maximize o minimize dito sa dalawang solution, pwede natin yung second derivative test. So, according sa second derivative test, kapag hinanap natin yung second derivative tapos in-evaluate ito at a given solution or roots na nakuha natin sa na to, kapag daw yung second derivative at a certain, let's say, dito sa root, kapag daw itong second derivative evaluated into root is greater to 1 than 0, then it is a relative minimum. Kapag positive minimum, if f double prime of x sub 1 is less than 0, it is a relative maximum. So yung first derivative naman natin ay 600 minus x. Let's try f of x, f prime of x, i-substitute natin yung x into 0. 600 minus 6 times 0 equals to 600. And then if yung 200 naman i-substitute into sa x, 600 minus 6 times 200 is equal to 600 minus 1200 is equal to 1 is equal to negative 600, sorry. So if x is equals to 300, so ano naman yung value ni y? So gagamitin natin itong equation na y is equal to 300 minus x. So substitute natin y is equal to 300 minus 200. So yung value ng y is 100. Therefore, the two numbers are 100 and 200. Yun lang yung ating answer dito sa maxima and minima. I hope na may natutunan kayo sa lesson natin. Thank you.